There is a way to improve your art so fast it makes you think you're evading the law, but here's the problem. It's so simple, so straightforward, so effective that most people won't do it. How do I know this? Well, because I was one of those folksies. I used to think that getting good at art meant watching a lot of YouTube tutorials and getting the right courses, mentors, teachers, strategies, and all that jazz, but in reality, I was just suffering from tutorial addiction, where I was just consuming videos upon videos upon videos, thinking that I was learning, but in reality, I was just consuming info. Brain rot. Because learning, my friend, was not consuming as I would come to learn. Learning is doing things differently. And looking back, the thing that actually improved my art was not some complicated strategy or a mentor or a book, but rather a simple rule. A rule that just took me 10 minutes a day or so to do. A rule so simple that you will ignore it. A rule that just has 5 steps. And it's called, drumroll please, the rule of 5 ones. Let me explain. Okay, so what is this thing, 5 ones? Well, it has 5 things that you do over a span of 100 days, hence 5 ones. And you do all these 1 things. So here's how it works. In order to improve your art, you pick one very specific skill, choose one source to learn from, and do 1 drawing a day, preferably under 10 minutes or so, and give yourself 1 feedback a day to improve the next day, and do that for 100 days. That is the rule of 5 ones to simply improve your art. Before we go into the details of why 5, why ones, why these specific things, we gotta understand one thing called focus. Most artists don't improve not because they are not practicing enough or not learning the right things. Most artists don't improve because they are focusing on too many things at the same time. They're trying to learn anatomy, character design, perspective, this, that, blue, blah, blee, blue, blum. 10 things. Seriously, 10 things at the same time, and you expect to improve. It's like blasting off in a million directions and wanting to get better at one thing. It simply doesn't happen. And the rule of 5 ones exists simply because of that. It helps you to zone in, narrow down on one very specific thing to get good at, and gives you a daily framework to practice that. How? Well, let's get into the details now, shall we? The first one is this. You pick 1 mini skill, which helps you narrow down the single most important thing you want to learn in drawing. Because here's the thing, drawing is an ocean. If your goals are like mine, which is to draw from your imagination in your own style, to tell stories with your art through comics, animation, and illustration, you, my friend, need to be learning a whole range of mini skills that makes up this big skill that sort of looks like a magic. And honestly, you cannot learn all of them at the same time. I mean, like I told you, you can try, but if you want to be effective, you have to tackle them in different seasons in your life and however long those seasons may be. So in this part, you pick 1 small mini skill, like drawing hands or heads or simple 1-form characters if you're like super new to drawing, so that you start with character design in an easy way, or gestures or solid form body poses. See how specific these things are? You pick something that is so specific that contributes to the development of your entire skill set, which is like high ROI. That is what you want to look for. High ROI mini skills, where you practice one thing and you'll get many results. And you pick this 1 mini skill because it gives you focus, because you cannot learn everything at the same time. And once you do that, what do? The second one, which is to pick 1 resource. Why is that? Well, because art is subjective and so are the learning methods. Yes, there are commonalities between different methods, but different artists teach in different ways. For example, let's say you want to learn karate. You want to be a kung fu karate kid. You cannot learn from 2 masters at the same time. You have to pick 1 master and 1 style of learning in order to get good, gain some ground, and then if you get good, you can go about learning from Cobra Kai, another master, or Miyagi-Do, which you probably started with. You have to sort of wax on and wax off in one particular style, really understand its depth and meaning before you actually move on to another thing. But if you are like, ooh, I'm gonna pick something from this guy and pick another thing from this guy and learn the same thing from both these people, my friend, you're gonna have trouble because you will be confused, because different learning methods teach things in different ways and negate things in different ways and add things in different ways, which will just confuse you. So lesson repetition. You cannot learn from many masters. You have to pick one method and one master, and you need to give it time to absorb each thing. Okay, you picked the thing that you want to learn, and then you've picked the resource to learn that thing from. Great. Are you an artist right now? No, you're not. That's why the third one comes in, which is one drawing a day, preferably in 10 minutes. Here's my personal opinion. Everyone on this planet, including me, needs to understand that consuming information is not learning. Just because you got an anatomy book on how to anatomy doesn't mean you're learning anatomy. Learning is actually change in behavior. If you're drawing hands like this, then you got an anatomy book and consume the info and learn to draw the same hand better like this. That, my friend, is learning. Awesome. Now, the problem is this. Most people stop just here in this consuming information phase and think that they have learned. And honestly, no, you have not learned. Part of becoming an advanced artist is understanding the difference between knowing something and doing the thing, and not confusing one with the other. That's why we apply the lessons that we have learned from our resource with the vehicle of just one drawing a day. And this drawing shouldn't be mindless. It needs to be deliberate. It needs to be deep, mindful, like a monk who's practicing Kung Fu in the Himalayas. You gotta sit down with the utmost commitment and focus and sincerity and do that one drawing in the most focused way possible, because one focused drawing beats 10 unfocused, mindless practice reps all day long, buddy. So keep that in mind. The next thing, you get one feedback from each drawing. Making mistakes, my friend, is literally the way you learn. You don't learn from your successes, you learn from your failures as to what not to do. I've seen many artists make this mistake of thinking that drawing something hundreds of times will improve your craft. No. Drawing something hundreds of times will improve your craft if you actually improve each and every single repetition. And that will only happen if you give yourself feedback. There you go. The thing is this, at the start of my own artistic journey, I have made the mistake of thinking that, hey, if I just draw something multiple times, I'll get good, because they told me repetition is the mother of skill. It is true, repetition is the mother of skill, but they forgot one word at the start. Deliberate repetition is the mother of skill, not mindless doodles that you do while watching TV. There you go, I'm looking at you, young Kesh. Not good, buddy, not good. So for that deliberate practice to happen, you need to give yourself feedback and practice that repetition mindfully with focus. That is how you lay those cool neurons in your brain that will actually change your behaviors and make you an artiste. And finally, speaking of brains and artistes, this is where the fifth one and the final one comes in, which is you do all these things for 100 days and then 1 year. Getting good takes time, an endless amount of time. But the thing is, human beings like me and like you, like someone who's probably watching this video, likes a goal to work towards, an end to look forward to. Think about it like this. If I told you, hey, you need to practice as long as it takes to get good at drawing, you will honestly be disappointed and a bit uncertain, because the end seems endless. There is no end to it. But what if I give you a tangible timeline, like say 100 days? All of a sudden, you're like, oh, 100 days, that is like 4 months from now. I can do that. Because if you look at science says it takes 66 days on average to form a new behavior or a habit, depending on the complexity of the habit. And I like to go the extra mile, so 100, in my opinion, is the perfect number to start with. And it's not something that I'm pulling out of my you-know-what. My 100 Days of Sketching Challenge, which by the way has been done by hundreds and thousands of people around the world for the past 6 to 7 years, has been built on this particular principle. My 100 Days of Sketching Challenge is also the first step I use deliberately to improve my craft in a meaningful way. And my program Drawing Camp, which also gets people's ridiculous results, is also 100 days for this reason. Because 66 days is the formation of a new habit. 100 is the creation of a new identity. You're not just laying those neurons in your brain, which by the way is the creation of new behavior and hence new identity. You are actually literally changing yourself, and for that you require repetitions, and you have to go the extra mile, and 100 is the number that transforms you. But wait, I told you, I like to go the extra mile. So once you complete a 100-day season, you want to become better and truly better, be exceptional. You aim to do all these 4 ones at the beginning for 1 year. A year-long season to get good. Think about it like this. You doing something, improving a small thing each day for an entire year, my friend, that changes you. That transforms your identity. That creates new behaviors, habits, and things. You would look back at the person at the end of the year and say, oh my God, I'm not the same person who I was at the start of this year. And that is how you become an artist. An artist is a new identity. A new identity is a set of new behaviors. A new set of behaviors needs to be a new set of habits that you do on a recurring basis. New behaviors form new identity. And you do this process for many mini skills, and 10 years later, you'll be drawing comics, making animations, telling stories with your art, and living your dream life just like I am. Because that's what I did. Just focused effort over a long period of time with little feedback each and every single time. And here I am. And you can be there too. So start now.